Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is an amazing woman. You've got to look at her and you won't be able to focus on anything special on her face or her body, but your eyes will wander from the face to the arms. And why? Because I'm going to tell you right now. Her name is Sabrina Dhanji, and she is a wellness person, but look at her arms. Oh my God, Sabrina, most welcome in our program. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much
So
for
do
having
this and
me.
let me have a look.
Yes.
So these are permanent tattoos?
Yes, these
On
are
you-
permanent. I've had them for about 10 years now.
So you were a little tyke when you started getting them put on?
I wish. I feel like I was a late bloomer, to be honest. But I caught up quickly.
So when you came home with all this, what was the reaction from the family?
Yeah, they were really supportive.
Were they?
Yeah, I've always wanted to turn myself into a garden. So, and I have two beautiful daughters. So they were like my inspiration and my blooms. And so I started with, putting their birth flowers, and it was a progression. I started up here, and then it kind of flowed down.
And then the other arm?
And then the other arm and my roses. I have a very strong connection to Mother Mary, and roses are very much a part of her story.
Isn't that just
and her
beautiful?
love and her compassion.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you are in so many different fields in your family.
Yeah.
You are a wellness person. So, and I see you wearing a beautiful mala, and you've got crystals in your neck, and on your
On my wrist and my evil eye. all my protection amulets.
Interested in that ever since you were a child?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
My mom was a collector of jewels, of pearls, really.
see.
So that kind of beauty was always in our life and something
Right.
that, we took notice of or we embellished ourselves with. But really becoming a registered massage therapist
Yes.
really helped me facilitate into that world of feeling into energetic treatments and properties and surrounding ourselves with these modalities.
Now you talked about, you brought a beautiful gift for me, and you said you'd done Reiki on it.
Yeah.
So Reiki is a part of your wellness.
It is.
So how did you get interested in that?
Yeah, Reiki is universal life force healing energy. It comes from Mother Earth. And so I act as a conduit and call in. You have to receive an attunement from a Reiki master and when you take the courses.
Right.
And you feel this energy fill your body, come through your feet and into your vessel. And then you act as a conduit to provide that healing energy either directly to a person. You can infuse a space, you can infuse objects, you can infuse homes. You can send it across space and time.
Wow.
It will do no harm. It comes with only love. And it will, even if you're treating, like, say, the head of someone's body, it will travel to exactly where it needs to go in the body and will bring healing, bring health, bring joy, bring love. Nothing negative will ever come. It will never do any harm.
I've heard a lot about Reiki, and I'm really interested in Reiki. So is Reiki one of the main healing components of your wellness?
There's so much we offer. I think the real basis of our modalities are based in biohacking.
Right.
Biohacking is about continuous improvement and a growth mindset. So in doing this, we've created a whole host of modalities that can offer continuous improvement in life. So whether it's using ancient healing practices like Reiki or intuitive massage, chakra balancing, tuning forks, chanting, singing, meditation, manifestation techniques, and then pairing that with biohacking technologies such as red light therapy, hydrotherapy, PEMF mats, you name it. There's
I love the
so
word
many.
biohacking.
I know, it's such a cool word. It really is. And it shows that you have the power. Everybody has the power to heal themselves.
Yes.
They just need to be reminded how to do it.
And so there is the right way of doing it, and then there's the wrong way of doing it.
Well, there's a journey, I suppose. Everybody has a journey, and as long as you're learning along the way,
Right.
and continuously noticing, like, what's going to work for me is not necessarily going to work for you, Shishmaji, right? And vice versa for all human beings, whether it's women or children or the men, it doesn't matter. We are unique individuals.
Yes.
And we have to listen to ourselves. We have to dive in, not just to the human anatomy, the
Right.
human body anatomy, the soul anatomy,
Right.
the aura anatomy. There's so much more. We are not just bones and muscles and blood and tissue. We are so much
Way more
greater than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the first time you started thinking like that?
You know, being raised as an Ismaili, it was always about spirituality.
Yes.
It was always about giving back. It's always about being of service.
Yes.
And that's how I was raised. My parents raised me like that.
Where were you born?
I was born in Surrey.
No
born
kidding.
and raised in Surrey. Yeah.
So your parents must have moved from Africa or,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
came
over
from
here.
Dar es Salaam, from Tanzania. They went to the UK first.
Right.
And then they met in the UK and then came over to Canada, to Vancouver.
And you were born here?
I was born here.
And do you have many siblings?
I have no siblings.
You're the
I'm
only
an
child.
only child, only daughter.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. My parents are my best friends.
And spoiled too.
Very much so. I will admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. Spoiled and loved, and I've had a great upbringing and great experiences.
I want to talk about your life as a healer. And your company is called Ska
Ska Wellness,
Wellness.
SKA Wellness.
So what does that stand for?
It actually stands for me and my daughters. So Sabrina, Camila, and Alana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's the three
Ska
of us.
Wellness. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll take a short break
Okay.
and come back and talk about that.
Definitely.
Sabrina is a woman focused today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Sabrina Dhanji is our Woman in Focus today. She's got an amazing place called Ska Wellness. Now, wellness, the word wellness and your deep-rooted belief in spirituality and wellness has a lot to do with what you do in life. So what is the profile of a person who would come to Ska Wellness?
We have various types of people that come and see us. We have those who are suffering or struggling with
Right.
something that they, need acute awareness or attention brought to something,
Okay.
right? And we
Give me an example.
Yeah, so, I have a lot of clients that deal with headaches, that deal with constant headaches or body pain, and they're not sleeping well.
Right.
I'm hearing a lot is, I'm not sleeping well. I have anxiety. I'm struggling with depression. Or, for the women, like the hot flashes, the changes in their bodies after 40, So I deal with a lot of women who are trying to find balance
Right.
in their lives. So when we're dealing with those acute situations, we have to get to, the downstream, right?
Right.
This is what's happening here.
Right.
I'm curious, what was happening a few steps prior to that? What was
Ah.
happening upstream?
Right.
Right? And it's a little bit of a challenge. We have to tread upstream. It's like imagine salmon spawning home, right?
Right,
It's
right.
a hard journey.
It is.
So getting to that point of what's the root cause and treating the body holistically, not just treating the root problem. So many people, oh, my left shoulder hurts. Well, okay, that is how the physical manifestation
Is
of that
taking
pain
place.
is happening, but what's the root cause? It could be your liver.
Right.
So really working on the body in the whole sense. And then applying modalities and stacking services. So that is one of our mandates at Ska Wellness.
Okay.
We stack treatments and we bring ancient healing practices with modern day innovations,
Right.
stack them together and wrap them up with love.
And make it work for them.
And make it work for them. And every individual, their recipe is going to be different.
So, say for example, people in our community, women and men go through joint pains a lot.
Yeah.
You talked about shoulder.
Yeah.
The shoulder, frozen shoulder.
Frozen.
I mean, I'd never heard of frozen shoulder until, met this one person who was a great cook,
Yeah.
but she just couldn't do this
Yeah,
anymore,
that
this
repetitive
movement, because,
action.
her she had a frozen shoulder. So so you said that could be not just the shoulder, could be, you know,
Yeah.
a symptom here,
Exactly.
but the root cause is somewhere else.
Exactly, yeah.
And so how do you find what the root cause is?
We decode their lives. We want to know, what do you eat? How do you nourish yourself? What sort of movement are you applying in your life? How much rest are you getting? What is your spiritual practice? I want to know that too. Like, what are you doing to look after and create connection, not just with yourself, but with the world outside of you? So nutrition, movement, connection, and rest. We really dive in and find out, where are you coming from? What is your lifestyle like? And then we're able to decode. We start getting these whispers, these understandings. And sometimes people are like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize that I was doing that. Or,
Right.
or I sleep like this, or I eat this. Or,
Yes.
it's just a matter of like being a detective. And I enjoy doing that detective work for people and finding out about their lives and what are you doing for yourself and how can we improve it for you.
Right.
And then the answers are revealed. They're revealed very quickly and very effectively. And then we can start doing the treatments, stacking them as we need to, and I have no interest in seeing people for a long term.
No.
I want to see you maybe 3 times,
Right.
immersively maybe up to 7 times.
Yes.
But to continuously see me week upon week,
No.
I'm not interested in that.
Right.
I'm looking for like-minded individuals
Right.
who want to empower themselves and grow and know they can do it for themselves.
So you believe that whatever you are helping them with, you're the conduit, but they're the
I'm
ones who are going to do
conduit.
it.
I can't even call myself a healer,
Right,
Shashmaji.
right.
I am just a facilitator.
Ah,
Reiki, intuitive massage, any
Yes.
of the modalities that I provide, they come through me.
right.
And I have to keep myself clean.
Of course.
To be able to do that. You
Right.
know? I've even, for 5 years now, I haven't had any alcohol. That is just something that I needed to do for myself and my biology so that I could be a better individual, a better therapist, a better mother. It provided me better sleep. It provided me better, so many things. My skin glows because of it. I see the benefits.
Right.
So I'm a non-drinker. I choose to be sober curious.
Right.
And I want to show that to people, that you don't need these outside,
Stimulants.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, these mood enhancing.
Right.
You're really amazing all on your own. It is
Yeah.
possible without.
And of course the old teaching, either Chinese or South Asian
Yeah.
or Indian, right? That healing your own body, our body is so amazing. I mean, you have a cut,
Yeah.
and in a few days it's
Right?
healed.
Isn't that powerful?
That is.
I don't think we stop to take notice of that
No.
very often.
No.
That our bodies are so magnificent and wired and programmed to self-heal. The body should never attack itself.
No.
How many times are we hearing about autoimmune disorders these days?
Yes.
Right? And there's
Yes.
no known cause, no known reason. Oh, all of a sudden I have lupus. All of a sudden, I myself have ulcerative colitis. I was diagnosed in 2015. And it felt like it came out of nowhere. Well, no, it didn't, right? What are the upstream reasonings? What was happening
Right.
that was whispering along the way?
Yeah.
And then
suddenly-
ultimately, Sabrina wasn't listening,
No.
and she got knocked on the ground, right? And it wasn't just, it was a physical manifestation of my spiritual pain or my emotional pain. And also, yes, physical pain, right? My cells were not happy.
No.
But at the same time, there was so much more. It was so multifaceted for me to start decoding my own biology.
So you healed yourself first,
I have.
and then you are helping other people too.
Yeah, it's almost like, for myself, it's like a passion that I was doing for me. I used myself as the experiment,
Right.
right? So you experiment, you learn, you perform, and then you struggle along the way. And the struggles show you where you need to improve. And then ultimately you thrive. and then you start all over again. It's really exciting.
It is.
That's how life is.
It is.
It's
It
always
is.
going to be a continuous roller coaster.
Right, right.
I also do a lot of breath work. So I became a breath work facilitator during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
So when we were told to stop breathing,
Right.
I wanted to breathe more. And so I did this beautiful online course through the alchemy of breath.
Right.
And the people I met, the lessons I learned, it brought away so many more onion layers.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
that I could feel into my own self that
Isn't
much
that
more.
beautiful? You talked about your daughters, you talked about your work. I wanna go there a
Yeah,
little bit.
sure.
And because, you know, to get those beautiful daughters, you must have met this handsome guy that you married, right?
Oh, well, to be honest.
I want that story.
Okay, I shall give you the story.
And we'll take a short commercial break, get the program paid for.
Yeah.
And then we'll be right back. Sabrina Dhanji is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Sabrina Dhanji is our Woman in Focus today. We were talking about her wellness, your wellness studios.
Yeah.
May I call it studio?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
You talked about your daughters. Tell me about them. How old are they?
Oh, they're so wonderful. I have two daughters, Camila, who will be 16 soon.
Wow.
Yeah, and Alana is 12, but she's going to be 13 in the fall.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are they interested in? You are interested in spirituality, in healing. What are they interested in?
They're interested in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a mandate in our home. We have a beautiful altar space. We have a designated prayer room, and they must go there every day for 10 minutes a day to meditate, to draw a card, to sit with themselves. And they understand the value that comes with that. They are magnificent artists. They play the piano, they play the harp, they draw, they build.
Wow.
They are very creative, and they inspire me.
The important thing that I've heard you talk about, getting deep into your own soul to find out who you are, what you're doing, and get your chakras in order, right? Did you have to learn that?
Chakra balancing, yes, I did. I dove in and I found out more about the chakras and what they embody, what they mean,
Yes.
the energetic centers or energetic bodies within us, and the colors they're associated, the
Right.
sounds that they're associated with. You know, we spoke earlier about Om,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Even through the throat chakra. And,
Yeah.
you know, I wear a lot of blue. Today I'm in white, but I wear a lot of blue because that empowers communication.
Ah,
And so I always wear blue lace agate
right.
around my
But you're
neck.
wearing blue.
Yeah, I wear blue. I always have nuances of blue
Right.
around me to draw in that ability to speak clearly
Right.
with intention.
Now, apart from your own work and your two daughters that you're looking after, you also help your husband with a lot of work that he does.
Yeah, I do. So my husband Jamil, he owns a company called Third Eye Productions.
Third Eye Production. Oh,
Yeah, so
very nice.
it was serendipitous when we met because the third eye, you know,
Yeah.
the chakra. Where is this man from? Like, he speaks to my soul.
Yes.
And so, yeah, he's incredibly creative, and we do. About 15 years into my massage therapy career, I started to feel a little bit, what's my why?
Right.
And I felt
You go through that one.
You do.
Yeah.
It was a transformative time, and
Right.
I was looking for a change. So I joined him. I put down the massage oil, and I picked up a professional grade camera, and he taught me the ropes. And so we have filmed a lot of weddings and events and done some amazing things together. And
Right.
he's a sharpshooter, and he doesn't expect anything less of me as well. And so I've learned the ways of film and photography, design, web development, and we also have a full-service print shop, and we've done some really cool things.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, right. And he's constantly watching that eagle eye.
Right.
So it's allowed me to dive into my own self-awareness,
Right.
either whether I'm shooting and filming or I'm in the treatment room working
Yeah.
one-on-one with someone.
Right.
And he has a propensity to wellness as well. He has
Right.
a story and his own journey in health. And so he wanted to find wellness for himself as well. So I believe that Ska Wellness and what it's morphed into over the years is a real like passion project for the both of us is that we were trying to do it for ourselves. And then we found this way of living, and now it would be a pity to not share it with the world.
Yes.
It would almost be selfish if we didn't share it with the world.
You were mentioning that you just recently filmed. You do a lot of filming. I mean, I see you at many different places.
Yeah.
I saw you at Shenyun.
Yes, Shenyun. What a great show.
It was an amazing
It was
show.
beautiful. And you do, like, it's hard to not want to pick up a camera and now take photos.
Yes.
Or, like, you know, we're just watching and getting inspired.
Right.
And that's what it is, like, to not be narrow, to
No.
have this broad open view, an open third eye, or even really getting into that pineal gland, right? So within the brain, the pineal gland is what's connected to the third eye.
Right.
So having the right nutrition to open up that gland,
Wow.
to have the hormones flowing properly.
Right.
So yeah, we do enjoy seeing things from a beauty perspective.
And a totally different perspective
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So where do you see yourself with your wellness and with the photography and
Yeah.
production? Where do you see yourselves in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so ultimately our goal is to offer full service wellness, photo, multimedia, you know, catering, you name it, all under one roof, right? Rather than going to multiple vendors, come to one place.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about where all these moving parts are coming from. They're all in one zone. People are stretched, they're exhausted, they
That's
don't
right.
have time to run around after multiple vendors or therapists. We found them all, we've brought them all under one roof.
Beautiful.
So our hope is to have a wellness center on First Nations Indigenous land
Right.
in North Vancouver, where we can offer day services
Right.
for individuals to come and stack their services and find their biohacking that works for their body.
Right.
And as well, offer retreats. So going in for those immersive experiences
Right.
in our beautiful landscape. I mean, we're
it's
so lucky
amazing.
to live
Yes.
in beautiful British Columbia. There's so much nature to draw in and to heal with. Like even just taking our shoes off and stepping in Mother Earth
Right.
and finding that balanced energy that she provides to us. So in doing that, you know, we can film the process, we can take photography of the process, we can print the banners and posters and cards, we can do it all, and we can feed them.
Oh,
so
fantastic. And spiritually and otherwise too.
yes, exactly. Feed the soul, feed the body, feed the mind, right?
Amazing.
Mind, body, and soul. That is our goal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing talking to you. I am so energized.
Thank you. Good. Me too. Yeah.
Thank you for being a woman in focus today.
Thank you for having me.
Sabrina has been our woman in focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.